This video is brought to you by the Academic Anxiety Resource Center at Ball State University.
Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use a time management strategy called unscheduling to help you get a better idea of where all your time is going each week and what may be preventing you from studying. I'm going to start by explaining what unscheduling is. So what this technique is, it's laying out all of your obligations that take up time throughout the week, and then you can look and see when you can study and how much time you'll have to study and schedule your study time in those blank spots. There's really two main steps in unscheduling. The first step is filling out all the times in your week that are already accounted for. So time spent in class, at work, socializing, cleaning, eating meals, preparing meals, shopping, or just running any errands. And step two, now that you can see where you have those open time slots, you're going to schedule your study time. I always start by filling in the times that are really concrete set times. So first I filled out time that I am going to be spending in class. This is a very structured, scheduled time every week, so it's really easy to get that down first because this isn't something that's going to be changing. Next, I add the time that I spend at work. This is another inflexible scheduled time in my week. So I schedule work first because that's something that I'm not going to be able to pick and choose what I'm going to be doing. It's already scheduled for me, so I go ahead and put that down next. Next, I schedule time I'm going to spend eating or preparing my meals. So this can vary from person to person. Some people need more times. So throughout the week, I didn't schedule time for breakfast. I'm just going to be grabbing something quick on my way out the door. And then even some days, if I want to give myself a little time to relax, I gave myself a little extra time for lunch on like Sunday, you can see. Next, I add the times that I'm going to need to spend running errands. I just put grocery shopping here on Monday. This is also where you would put any other errands you need to run. If you need to run to the post office for anything, any miscellaneous errands that need to get done, you want to make sure you schedule that in your week as well. Next, I schedule time I'm going to be spending socializing. This is really important to schedule into your week and schedule your study time around it because it can be really easy for someone to say, hey, like, let's go do this, and then that's going to sound more fun than studying, so you might go do that instead, and that could be a way of procrastinating on your academic obligations. So it's really important to schedule that into your week so that it's also structured. Housework is also something that you can see during a time that you mean to be studying and decide, oh, this is distracting, I need to get this cleaned up, I can't focus if my room is a mess, I can't focus if my laundry's not done. So this is also something you want to make sure to schedule into your week so you know you have time set aside for it so it will not be interfering with your scheduling. So anything like laundry, vacuuming, decluttering, dusting are things you want to make sure you're scheduling into your week. So now you want to take a look at how much time is left. You can see all the yellow spots are open times where I can go ahead and start scheduling study time. But before I actually start scheduling study time, I went ahead and highlighted the times in red that I know will not be good times to study for me personally. This will vary from person to person, but just knowing these little 30-minute chunks won't be enough time for me to get good studying in, or some of these morning times that I have obligations in the morning that I know I'd be more worried about preparing for. I didn't schedule study time there because those are times I know I would be very likely to procrastinate and put it off. So now I am finally at the step where I can go ahead and schedule study time into my week. It is important to remember that this is going to vary from person to person and even vary from week to week. You may need to add additional study time if you have an exam coming up to make sure you're prepared, or depending on your course load and how much studying you need personally, you may need to study additional time. And just a quick recap before we wrap up. How do we unschedule? The first step is filling out any time that is already accounted for. Make sure you're not missing small things like eating meals and stuff like that. And then once you do that, you can take a look at the open spaces and schedule your study time.
For more resources and information about academic anxiety, visit our website. We have in-depth information about the types of symptoms, management resources, and free self-assessment scales.